have fought twice before, and although it pains me, I will do so again, if I must.
No, you misunderstand. I'm not here to fight you. I'm here to warn you. Master Yang has put your team in terrible danger.
What has Yang done?
He's made you forget one of your own. One who was already slipping away.
Tell me more.
I will, but aboard the Bounty, we have to warn the others.
Distracting you was part of Master Yang's plan.
And he had help.
Any other villains want to show up tonight?
We stopped 5. What's one more?
No, put away your weapons. He's here to help. Morro, tell them.
Yang tricked Cole into helping him open a rift to return to Ninjago.
Cole? How'd he trick you?
Jay, Cole isn't here.
Are you sure? He's been fading a lot lately. He's kind of easy to miss. We forgot Cole!
To the Bounty. They must be at the temple of the Air Jitsu Master. Thank you, Morro.
Happy Day of the Departed, Master.
Morro's return in Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 3, we do not even know where to scratch the surface on what to talk about. In a couple of my videos, I've discussed what I'd like to see Morro obviously be in Season 3, but this video is expectations from Season 5 and Day of the Departed, and stuff that we have gotten hints to during Ninjago Dragons Rising itself. This video here will discuss pretty much all of it. Now, at the time of recording this, we haven't seen anything for Season 3, and why Morro's return is unknown. Obviously, we know majority of next season will take place in the first realm, and we might not even scratch the surface, at least in part 1, about Morro. Maybe in Season 3, part 2, we'll find out more about why Morro looks like this. But, expectations now aside, expectations are what we're going to talk about today. So let's discuss all of them in today's video. So, first off, we're going to talk about Morro's return, how he's returned, and what I expect, obviously, will be later down the track. But I want to talk about how I think Morro returned. I think it's just something that makes sense, personally, especially after what we left off in Season 2, Part 2. Now, firstly, Morro's return is interesting in many ways. He had died as a kid and went to the preeminent, got stuck in the cursed realm as well. Look, the preeminent was his master, after all. But still, the case I'm starting to think is Morro is able to get a second chance after Season 5's events. Here's why. Morro's going to definitely get a second chance as he saw the error of his ways and tried to push to be something that he couldn't ever be. However, once he finally took that stage, in Day of the Departed, he reclaimed what was more important to him. Master Wu had taken Morro in, gave Morro a chance to be something great. When Morro knew Cole was pretty much up on his wits' end, fading away, he had no care factor about himself. Something I found very interesting about Day of the Departed is Morro could have got that second chance. However, he didn't. And to be honest, I'm a Morro fan. Villain to hero, I can see that happening in Season 3, and something I wouldn't mind happening. Now, Morro is still a ghost, which come with some effects I will talk later down the track in this video, especially with water. We definitely see in the set, he's working alongside Nia perfectly fine. So a second chance could be more than what we expect to see in Season 3. Why I say this is I feel like either the Departed Realm, Master Wu, or the First Minute Master, 3 things I think will heavily be involved in to why he's different, changed, and powerful a little. Hence why I will talk about the power part more or less to the end of this part. So let's talk about the 3 theories why I think that he's changed up, he's got powers, etc., etc. Firstly, Master Wu. I feel like this is top priority, and this will also coincide with the Departed Realm itself. I believe Master Wu saw sought after the merge to find someone or even his own father. The departed realm seemed to be that clueful, hey, if he's dead, let's go check that. I feel like Master Ruth went there, and the expectation he found was Morro. Or more or less, he might have sought Morro out on another mission or journey as Spirit and said, hey, you need a second chance, etc., etc. Here's your second chance. I can see this totally being the opposite way, and believe me and you, I can definitely see this happening. I feel like maybe the first Ninjutsu Master said, you finally seen the error of your ways. This is time for a second chance. Morro's return could give so much potential in a story that is believed to change some characters. Lloyd is definitely one of them, which I'll talk about later. Eren as well. But Morro's dynamic with the rest of the ninja team will change up. Villain? Yes. Hero? He definitely is. His greatest moment was to save Cole, and I can definitely see this being something of importance in Ninjago. We can definitely see from the Source Tournament they like to nitpick to important parts, but two important parts of Ninjago was definitely Possession, in my opinion. That's my favorite season, and Day of the Departed. Day of the Departed is so important, I think, for Cole's story itself, that you cannot say Morro's coming back, you can't discuss those two events, especially, obviously you're going to discuss Possession, but Day of the Departed is something that is talked about. We obviously saw it in Season 1 of Dragon's Rising. Lloyd does mention, yeah, I didn't like the first Master of Wind. I feel like we need to talk about that a bit more, and we'll go from there. I do believe Lloyd's feelings for him have definitely maybe changed over time, but I feel like it's something we got to discuss now that he's a Master. Morro coming back, though, his facial features have changed, which obviously do represent something different. And we're going to talk about the power nail that I think he could definitely have. I don't think it's an elemental power itself. I feel like whatever's happened to him, he's now got the preeminent sort of like stuck in him. Or some sort of thing like that. I feel like he will be able to, I don't know if you guys remember that chest plate he used to wear in Season 5. I feel like he'll also be able to shoot out ghosts. I think that'd be cool. Something that's very interesting is, if you haven't obviously kept up to date with LEGO itself, LEGO likes to obviously include whatever it is in its set line. Something they never included in their set line. They included in their set line that didn't obviously make the show, was the Season 5 Ghosts from Legacy. What a great way to introduce them back into the show, right? That's just my opinion. Obviously, this definitely couldn't be obviously fully straight outed in Season 3. I could definitely see that. And maybe in a future season, we can say Morro's return was thanks to the Departed Realm. Here's why. And maybe that's something that Ninja have to face before the Merge Quake's return. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below about this. What were your thoughts on these theories? Let's discuss some more topics.
So, you're the new Elemental Master of Wind, huh?
That's what it looks like, I guess.
I knew the last one. I already like you more.
What's Lloyd's reaction going to be to Morro's return? Firstly, I feel like the ninja are going to be calm with the idea of Morro's return in only one different way. Something that was definitely mentioned during Season 2 was to look at things in a different light. This was in Part 2 in the Source Tournament when they were attacked by a bot. Zane's outcome was, we can't obviously trust no one. But we need to look at different perspectives of who could have caused this. We don't need to treat Lord Raz as our main villain, as he is not really doing anything sus at the moment, so let's work on different outcomes, just in case he's not the threat and someone else in the tournament is. A logical solution to this, very smart of Zane. Now, obviously, Morro has done some really horrible stuff. Not in the parts of Lord Raz, in my opinion, but it still was terrible. Now, Morro is a great villain, and he will be a great hero. But what's Lloyd's reaction going to be to this? I think Morro was inside Lloyd's head a lot, and I feel like Lloyd will understand when seeing Morro that, yeah, he was on an errand path at a certain point. Yeah, he had powers, but they're very similar. Maybe this is a great explanation to Lloyd's mastery and giving Morro his chance to be something that Master Wu seeked him to be. What great way to do something that your uncle couldn't do. And I would love this. I feel like realistically, Lloyd will straight up say, yeah, you deserve that chance. Now realistically, what are we all thinking in our heads? He's done this before where he can't trust someone. That's Harumi. Now, obviously, we're not going to go down that path. Firstly, I don't feel like discussing it. Secondly, I think that was just horrible writing in Crystallized itself, and I feel like everyone just nitpicks on Crystallized for that reason. I do have a bit of light there that shines, but in fairness, we cannot compare two villains. One that is amazing, really great character itself, and one that was really good in her own season, then got really smashed out because she wanted to bring back the Overlord and Gammon betrayed her and all that sort of stuff. But Morro, high peak character, and something I really look forward to seeing is Lloyd and Ninja's reaction, but mainly Lloyd. I want to talk about Euphrasia, so let's get started. What do I think will happen when the original Master of Wind meets Euphrasia, or Euphrasia meets Morro, or even if the Cloud Kingdom meets Morro themselves? When Morro returns, obviously Morro may or may not be happy that he's lost his power, and when he sees out to find the newest talented Master of Wind, he might have some stern words to tell her. I'll be looking forward to that, because Morro is going to just be honest. And realistically, we don't know the reaction to anyone's reaction to losing their powers, right? For example, what would Kai do if he lost his power? He'd crack the shits. Morro's changed. Where Morro was at the start of possession to where he ended up in Day of the Departed, he was relaxed. His soul was finalized. He was happy being departed. But if Morro was truly dead, he would still have his element. What could have possibly happened? It could be a better question itself. Why the element decided to pass down? We thought he was dead. Now, Morro not having his elemental power of wind may just sort of be a bit of the good thing, right? Because now Euphrasia has it and we've seen it in the greatest, potential it's ever been in. Now, Euphrasia meeting Morro, I think Morro is going to be kind of chill about maybe the powers being transferred. I realistically do still think he will have a different power. And I think Euphrasia's reaction is going to be simple. She's going to be scared. Everyone in the Cloud Kingdom should be scared when Morro returns. However, when Morro does return and he has that interaction with Euphrasia, I'm hoping that he does sort of try to give some pointers to Euphrasia and maybe just leaves it as that. I don't think going down a master role exactly. I think too much has been hurt through that experience in the Cloud Kingdom, so maybe just leaving it as a few words of wisdom. But I'm looking forward to Morro's return. I'm hoping that Morro does get to meet up with Euphrasia in Season 3 Part 1, or even in Part 2. Season 3 in total. But let me know your thoughts. Do you want to see Morro and Euphrasia and Morro head to the Cloud Kingdom? It'd be very interesting, right? Let me know your thoughts. Season 5 showed us that what rivals a ghost is water. And who is the master of water? Nia. Nia was able to take down the preeminent and a whole heap of ghosts during the final battle of possession. Now, there were questions like, why when she unlocked the true potential didn't, Cole get affected, or etc, etc. And there was a scene where it was raining, and the ghosts weren't really affected, they were just, tapped out for a bit. I'm going to be interested to see how Morro gets to be affected by this new consequence, and I'll discuss a bit more about this when I say what his power could be later, and sort of my backstory and theory on why he's returned. Anyhow, Morro cannot be affected by this at all. This is something that Ninjago needs to make and work through, and it's most likely with the backstory and what his new power may be that will change this event up. Now, Morro is working with the ninja, And in the Dragonian Storm Village, he is, out of all the ninja, working alongside Nia, Master of Water, the person that could really just kill you again, is working with you. I'm interested to see how Morro does play out, of course, but just Morro and the Nia dynamic need to be shown properly, and it needs to obviously be explained. Cole has to just come out and say, yeah, but what it does affect ghosts? I don't think this is gonna work, brother. I want to see something like that. But still, I'm very interested. Another thing is, they did pretty much spend a good Skybound season not affecting Cole as a ghost with water. But, if they continued with it, he was bound to die at some point. Especially now that we got the Master of Misfortune. It would be so unlucky for Morro just to be in one season and just be like a cameo thing just for fans. I wouldn't like that at all. So Lego does have to say something about Morro's change up, and it needs to be definitely developed as soon as possible. As soon as we see Morro's just gonna say, your water doesn't affect me. And I feel like that's the first burst of things Nia's gonna think about straight away. But let me know your thoughts about that, because, like I said before, Morro and water don't mix, ghost and water don't mix, so hopefully that's something that they address in the show. So, Morro in the sets comes with this brand new face that has green eyes. This is interesting because when we've seen elemental masters have these type of eyes, it's when they're using power. And Morro does have an arm that is transparent green, so there has to be some ghostly form, and I have to be interested. I feel like the preeminent now being dead, and Morrow sort of serving his purpose in season 5 and Day of the Departed. He's been given a second chance, and I'm hoping for the best case scenario that this is now his power. Maybe he has powers of the ghosts. Could that be a thing? Could that be an element? It'd be interesting to see what they do, and I'll be very happy to see. They're gonna have to really retcon the whole elemental power thing, how it gets passed on generation, and realistically, this doesn't even need to be a power. This could just be something that Mora has now gained access to, seeing that the preeminent was his original master after death. There could be so much things. We know Bancher had sort of a power of sound at a certain point, and there needs to be something that allows him and Olmore's past, and when he was wearing that chest plate in possession, when he was possessing Lloyd, have to have some effect on this. I feel, because like that allied armor was able to let him be able to summon ghosts. I feel like maybe he could have the same raft on him. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Mora can do next. I'm hoping he could have the elemental power of ghosts or summoning ghosts. That'd be cool. But yeah, I really am happy about Moro returning, and hopefully with a different element. That'd be pretty cool, right? Let me know. Out of all the characters Ninjago was going to bring back, I definitely thought Moro would be the least likely. Skylar, yes. Camille was a hell no to me, but she returned. Moro's return is something I think is exciting and something that feels very premature, to be honest. I think season 3 will be something that is definitely Moro focused in some way. Obviously, Zane will have an important role, and there will be a whole situation with Lloyd and Aaron. Pixel's obviously returning too. But I feel like there is something interesting with Moro's return we don't know of yet, or something that's curiosity building up. Now, I didn't talk about how Moro could definitely affect Aaron, and I feel like that should be separated from this video. This is what I'm expecting of Moro. I'm expecting that to definitely happen, and I'm bringing that up here because, yeah, I'm expecting Moro to have the concurrence that everyone else has done in stop motion videos and videos alone, that Moro is going to say to Aaron, hey, yeah, I screwed over my master too. And you know what? Master Wu makes mistakes. Yeah, he messes up. And so will Lloyd. But Lloyd is not like Master Wu. Lloyd is not like his father. Lloyd is something that rises above both of them, if not the first Zenitsu master, if not seen the error of his master and his father's ways, he will seek out a new path. That is why he took you and Zoro on. He saw potential. And if you cannot see potential in the master that has grown, well, one amazing tech ninja in all the lands, you're messing up. You're going on a rogue path. Do not continue this evil way. And then Aaron just might find himself questioning all his questions. And I do think Morro has a strong belief. And Morro will have a lot of questions to be asked when he returns. Why doesn't he have his wind power? Will he have his wind power? Does he have a new power? What happened after the day parted? What happens in the partner? There are so many questions I could list right now that could go on. And I'm expecting that from the Doc Wyatt and the writers to expand more. And I feel like that's the big thing here. They wanted to bring a dead character back. And I feel like the best character that was not a hero, not a villain, someone that was sort of in the middle, the best one they could have brought back was Morro. He has a lot of story that he could drive into Dragon's Rising and just further develop the story. He is a fan favorite character as well, and like I just said, there's potential there for a story that can outrise the potential of Dragon's Rising expectancy. We saw how the Source tournament went. That didn't go 100% well over fans. We expected definitely a tournament, but there was a lot of tournament elements aspects. So like, yeah, we know that's gonna happen. We know Jay and Neo are gonna fight. Those sort of expectancies, we see this. We saw that coming. I feel like that was a given, especially when we saw the sets. I feel that when Mora's return does happen in the show, we don't know what to expect. We don't know how the ninja feel. We don't know how anyone's going to react. Not at all. We don't even know how Moro's going to act. For realistic sake, Moro's just going to walk into saying, "Who the hell are you all? You all look different." There is no question asked. Now, will Moro have something definitely to do with Master Wu? I want to leave that question unknown for right now. I don't expect him to have an answer. I don't want to think he has an answer to the merge at all. I feel like that'd be stupid for him to know. But then again, anything's realistically possible. And when Morro does return, all I'm expecting is a great story, a great driven story told, which I expect season 3 to do very well with Morro. And I do kind of hope he stays with the ninja, just because I feel as a ghost, there's so much potential. They set up Cole as a ghost in season 6 with so much potential and just needed it to go away because the Ninjago movie. So I see potential in this, and I don't know. I see something great with Morro, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. And if you like this sort of content, let me know. I definitely want to do a big video talking about how Morro and Eren will connect somehow. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.